guys doing today? I am so excited to be coming to you live. I know, crazy, because I think this is maybe my first time. But what I have discovered is that I have a lot of amazing systems that I've used in my last 23 years of Mary Kay. And I'm like, how do I get this to everybody in an easy, concise way? And so we're gonna go through lead generation today. I know, don't freak out. But one of the things that I know with our Mary Kay business is that we have an opportunity to meet people. In fact, anyone that has skin is a potential customer of yours. Did you guys know that? And I know lead generation, or even the word of it might go, I really don't know how, or I don't even know if I really want to do that. And I want to tell you, honestly, I came from your place. I know exactly how you feel, maybe even felt, like totally discouraged and scared to death of this opportunity being where I had to meet new people. And so just to be honest, when I started Mary Kay 23 years ago, I just moved to Delaware. I didn't know one single person. And have you ever heard this before? That sometimes what you need the most strength in, you are gonna get through absolutely having no idea of what to do. And so I promise you, you will be equipped today and hopefully feel confident to know that you take it one step at a time. In addition to that, I want you to know there is a learning curve. Anybody? A learning curve. And so you're gonna have some highs, you're gonna have some lows, and that's called ride the roller coaster. If you go down, you eventually go back up. That's another thing that I've learned. And the other thing that I've learned is it takes practice. This is a practice profession. This is a skill-based profession. You might think, I don't have the personality to do Mary Kay. I don't have the personality to meet new people. I don't know how to make a stranger a friend. I felt the same way. I'm going to hopefully teach you and equip you how to do that with things that have been helpful for me. I can tell you the best way has been having tools. I'm going to show you my systems and my tools. And most of them come from someone else. I love Mary Kay. You don't necessarily need to recreate the wheel. You learn from others and then you perfect it on your own. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to go through different ideas. First of all, most importantly, write this down. Most of my information you are going to be able to get and print at any given time on my website. My website is just my name. It's www.tammy, T-A-M-M-Y, Vavala, V as in Victor A, V as in Victor A, L-A.com. And there's no password. Super easy for you to get on, because if I had a password, I'd probably forget it too. So there's no password. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, first of all, there's lots of ideas for you to meet people. And one of my favorite tools on there, actually, Joni, if you can hand it to me, it's right over there. And Joni's helping me today. I'm super excited as we go through this information. It's in that right behind that one. Awesome, I totally forgot to grab this one. One of my favorite tools actually was done by National Sales Director, actually Senior National Sales Director Lisa Clark, who I love. And she gave 100 booking ideas. And I would just go on and print this information. Did you hear me? How many booking ideas? 100 booking ideas. I'm just gonna go through a few of my favorite with you today. So that is a tool. And then go ahead and just print this and keep it with you so at any given time you can think and generate a new idea. A new idea ignites excitement, enthusiasm. And so first of all, you're gonna get business cards. You can get them from Mary Kay, just go ahead and get some. And then an idea to do is to put a sample on the back. All I did is I double stick tape an eyeshadow, cheek color, lipstick, lip gloss, and a sample is a great idea for when you're out and about. You can meet people, let's say the waitress that you're working with that day, the sales clerk when you're checking out at the store. I just gotta give you a super funny story. Do you guys like funny stories? I know you do. This is a super funny story. So when I started Mary Kay, and they were letting us know that we should just make conversation with the people that we meet as we're doing business. So for example, at the post office, at the grocery store, while you're meeting the waitress, and all those opportunities where we do exchange a little bit of words, and at the end of that conversation, just say, by the way, could I offer you my business card? By the way, could I offer you my business card? So that was all I've been able to do. And then at that point, they usually take the business card and they say, oh, Mary Kay. And then that gives me an opportunity to say, oh my gosh, have you tried our products before? I would love to get your opinion of our products. And you see how easy that is? So it's just, by the way, can I offer you my business card? It's one simple sentence. But I gotta tell you a quick funny story. When I started Mary Kay, I'm like, okay, I can totally do that. But at first I had a really hard time just talking to people. And so I knew that if I could have a transaction, meaning if I was with a sales clerk and had a transaction, I could do it at the end of the transaction. So you know what I did? Your husbands are not gonna like me for this, but what I did is I went every single day, I'm not kidding you, Monday through Friday, Joni, this is crazy. I went every single day, Monday through Friday, from 11 to 1, and I went to the mall, and I went to the stores, and I went wherever I could run errands, and I bought stuff all day long. I came home with like 10 packages, and I would line them up in our little tiny apartment. When I started Mary Kay, we were in a little apartment, and line them up by the front door. And my husband would come home and go, wow, you had a good day. You met a lot of people. I'm like, I sure did. And then the coolest thing is the next day I took it all back and returned it. And guess what? I met new people the next day when you return the products. Brilliant idea. It was just something simple for me. And so I don't care how you figure it out. Just figure it out, girlfriend. That's called practice. That's called find a way, make a way, and practice. The other thing you're going to do is have some sort of little, now look at this bag. I love this bag. You're going to already get this in your new consultant starter kit. You get these little mesh bags. So go ahead and take one of those and fill it with the samples. You got color cards in there. You can get skincare samples. You can buy more lip and eyeshadow samples, and you're going to stick them in here so you have everything that you need, hand cream samples, and you have something ready. This is just in my purse, so I can take this out at any given time and go ahead and give somebody, bless somebody with a gift, a sample, and give them my business card. Another idea I have on my website is they have these little information facial cloths. Oh my gosh, I love them. And so they're a little facial cloths information sheet. And then what you do is a sample of the facial cloths I rolled up in here and I put in a little cello bag. I designed this idea specifically if I go to a gym. I don't usually go to gyms, but if I go to gym to work my Mary Kay business, what I've done is I've asked for permission from the gym if I can hand out little goodie bags and water bottles. So I get the small water bottles and I give them this facial cloth, because these facial cloths are brilliant. All you need to do is add water to them and they suds up, and they need them in their gym bag and in their car. So it's a great practical gift that you would be giving somebody who wants to work out. And I think a lot of that, think about practical things that they would really want to use. And so I put those together when I went to gyms and meet people there. Another thing that I started my business with was literally what's called on my website, it's called fishbowl or facial boxes. Now you can get a facial box on Mary Kay In Touch, which is awesome. They're beautiful and professional. But literally, guys, this is what I did. I started my business with what they said was a fishbowl. This is from our dollar store, and then as you can tell, I tied some ribbon around it, tied a pen to it. These are on my website. When I started Mary Kay, we didn't even have a computer, nor a printer, or anything like that. And so I literally had a black Sharpie that said enter here. That's crazy, but it said enter here. This one says fall in love with a flawless face, enter to win a free facial. So then I put these at, where do I put these at? Coffee shops, nail salons, tanning salons, daycare centers, in their break room, someplace where a lot of women's schools generate. Another great place is dry cleaners. Most of the people that go to dry cleaners are women that pick them up. And then another thing that I've done to help whatever business puts it in place is oftentimes I also put on there, where is my other one? Oh, right here. Another thing that I put on here is maybe enter to win a $20 gift certificate. So then I'm blessing that business. Now these are on my website, and they are specifically made to fit in the box for Mary Kay. So there's a box for Mary Kay if you go under MK Connections, and that box has 4 different slats around it, and then you would cut this out and put that on there. Again, whatever way is inexpensive. I've seen other people put boxes together and put them on there. Okay, another great idea is we have so many holidays. Every month there is something going on. There is Mother's Day this month. There is Teacher Appreciation Day this month. There is Nurses Week this week. And then in the fall, there is Physical Therapy Week. There is a week or a day for just about absolutely anything. You can Google what's happening this month and you'd be surprised. And so I get these online and this is on my website. If you go to my website, it'll tell you where I get these tools. And so I forget exactly the name, but it's roses. It's Wood and Roses. It's actually, that's what it is. Wood and Roses at USA.com or something like that. So Wood and Roses USA. And those, you come in a box of 800, and I think it's about $100. So they're very inexpensive. And these roses I have with me everywhere. I love them because you can spray them with one of our fragrance, so people get them and they automatically smell it, and I say, oh my gosh, that's our new fragrance this month, or that's one of our fragrances, or I love thinking of you, and I let them know because I think that's awesome. And then you can put, oh my gosh, so for this month what I'm doing is I made little tags that say Happy Mother's Day that I'm going to be able to bless all this week and tie little tags on there with Mother's Day. You could tie your business card around there if you wanted to. You could tie a gift certificate around there. And where I go with these is restaurants. Restaurants and businesses, and I'm called a greeter. So let me give you that example. I would go into a restaurant and I'd say, oh my gosh, I would love to bless your restaurant this week with Mother's Day, and I'd love to be a greeter where I'm going to hand out these roses to your your clients, and then I'm also going to give them a raffle off a gift certificate from your place of business is what I would do, so I can bless your business as a thank you. And so I give these to all the women coming in. Oh my gosh, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. And by the way, what we're doing today is we're raffling off a $20 gift certificate from this restaurant as a thank you for being their amazing customers. And then what I have is on my website is I have 2 survey forms. I have a bigger one. It asks a little bit of information, which I used yesterday at a booth opportunity. This one has more questions. A booth, it works better to have this one because there's more time for them to fill it out, and I put them on a clipboard. So I cut them and put them on a clipboard. But at a restaurant or someplace where there's a lot of traffic and a lot of people moving, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I would use this one, and this one is much smaller. It only really asks for their name and phone number if they've ever tried Mary Kay before, and if they have a consultant. That's important to know, you guys, because we don't take each other's customers. There's plenty of faces to go around. If somebody puts on here that they have a consultant, then I would refer them back and say, oh my gosh, I know Joni, even if you don't know them. I know Joni. If you have somebody in your Mary Kay family, you know her. She's a sister consultant, and you say, I know her. I know she would love to take good care of you. Please let her know and reach out to her. I'm sure she has a Mother's Day special for you also. I will definitely put you in the drawing for the raffle for the restaurant, but I want Joni to take good care of you. And if for some reason she's not doing her business anymore, feel free to give me a call. But we always give our customers back. We always give people back to their customer, because I would want that done to me. And so that is one of Mary Kay's thing, is do unto others as you have them do unto you, which actually comes from the Bible. And so we are called to do that. Okay, so this is a way to go out and meet people. The other thing that I've done is let me just tell you some great ideas. And these came from personal experiences. I used to be a leasing agent at an apartment complex. And one of the jobs I had as a leasing agent is I was supposed to throw like residential parties. Now, if you guys don't know me very well, I'm an introvert and a big introvert. So throwing a party is not fun for me. There is no fun in throwing a party. So it was one of the job descriptions that I was like, oh, I cringed over. But when I came into Mary Kay, I remember that part of my job description, which I really didn't care for. And so now I go around to all of the apartment complexes around my area. Just go in your little area where you want to work your business, and I go in and I let them know that I would love to do a girls' night out. Oh my gosh, this is completely complimentary. There's nothing that you have to do. You can just post in your Facebook page or however you get information out to the community and your residents to let them know that something fun is going on. And what I'm gonna do is I would go ahead and then do a girls' night out or mother-daughter facial for Mother's Day, or piggyback if they have something. That's one of the best ways to do it, would be to piggyback. So maybe let's say they have a barbecue coming up for Father's Day. You could piggyback on that, and then you could just have a little area where you're handing out goodies, samples, candies. Maybe do a spinning wheel where you get them information. It's just so much fun. And then there's lots of booth opportunities. There's bridal fairs. There is churches that have booths for spring. There's all those things in your community. So put something together and go out and bless and meet women. And then when you get all of these names and you have all this contact information, whether they're on your forms or whether you get business cards, what do I do with them? Well, what I do is, this has been my easiest tool that somebody shared me, is you just get a spiral notebook from the dollar store, super easy, and you flip this puppy and you staple these in the pages. And then what I do is you can write the notes on here when I call them, when I left a message, if I got a hold of them, if I booked them. And remember, you guys, it's 8 attempts. 8 times that you reach out to somebody. It's not that they're not interested. It's just that everybody has a lot going on. And so statistics show that it's after the 5th time that you reach out, after the 5th time, you guys, not the 2nd time, not the 1st time, not the 3rd time, on the 5th contact is when you get about 80% of the opportunity of people returning phone calls or getting back to you. Up until that point, it's less than 10% actually are getting back to you. So are you willing to give it 5 or 10 times? I know you are. And so this is why you need a good tracking system to keep track of that. And so I hope this blesses you today and gives you some ideas of how to go out and bless women. Go out and buy a whole bunch of things today. Just meet those people that you share with, and then make sure you return it so your husband does not freak out and say, that Mary Kay lady told me to go shopping today. No, I did not. But you guys, just make it fun. And I promise you, through the practice, one of the best things that I learned is I became more focused on someone else. And so it was a wise director that told me, when I told her, I can't do this, I'm an introvert, I can't talk to anybody, I'd rather eat a green fuzzy worm. And she said, Tammy, you need to take the light off of you and put the light on someone else, because if you're that concerned, the only person you're shining the light on is you. And it kind of struck me, and I realized that I definitely was not being others focused. I was being self-focused and self-absorbed and worrying about what people thought of me instead of truly worrying of how I could make somebody else feel. And Mary Kay always said, remember, pretend everybody's wearing a sign that says, make me feel important. And you cannot do that if you're worrying about you. And so I promise you, if you start getting others focused and how you can make them smile and laugh and bless their day, you might not get anything from it, but I promise you the paycheck of the heart will be so worth it. So make it a great day. If I can do it, so can you.